And we're live.
Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 92. I'm Pete Braley, along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator. That would be my son, Matt.
That's me. What? Is there something on my face?
No, the mustard's on your shirt.
Oh.
So, yeah.
It always happens.
It's a nice look on you. I
Thank you.
really like that.
Friday before Halloween.
Hey, we got to do it.
I apparently you didn't get the memo.
Well, no, I'm dressed as a pretend football team.
Oh, okay.
A team that might actually be good, that was good at one
I was
point.
trying to play sound effects. Ah, there it is.
There it is.
You know what they say about hot dogs?
What's that?
They're not good at playing sound effects.
I've read that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween. Halloween week. Look at this. Look at this. We even have
Don't spill the coffee.
candy on set.
Trish told us we can't eat it all, though.
Now tell the story behind this. You and a bunch of guys.
Oh, in high school for Spirit Week.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of wieners running around the school. Yeah. It was a good time.
So of course we had to save that costume.
Obviously, you don't get rid of costumes.
No. So there you have your hot dog costume.
Yeah, and it worked out perfect.
All right.
I knew this day would come.
I got to ask Trish. I was surprised when he did this because he's always been such a quiet guy, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm going to wear my hot dog suit.
It's the quiet ones you got to worry about.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. We have a great show planned for you today. Our goal is to simply start your day off on a positive note. So if you enjoy what we do here, and especially if you like his hot dog costume, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are obviously live on YouTube, weekday mornings at 8 o'clock, and also available on your favorite podcast apps. Be sure to check that out. And don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail. Hello, Charlie. With your questions, comments, birthdays, or anniversaries at 774-473-9910. 774-473-9910. Coming up today, trying to keep a straight face while sitting next to a hot dog. Do you believe in ghosts? And would you buy a haunted house if you could get a good deal? Feel Good Friday stories coming up today. We have our football picks. The Neiman Marcus Christmas catalog is out. Now, for those of you that don't know, that's like the high-end Christmas catalog. What the millionaires might be buying each other.
Oh, are you buying me something from it?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
We'll get into that, too. So it is Friday, October 29th. Halloween is Sunday. And I wonder how Charlie will do. How do you think of it? He'll be barking a lot.
Yeah, he'll bark at everybody.
He'll bark a lot. But might get scared, too, with some of the costumes.
I don't think he'll get scared. We thought he was going to be scared of the hot dog. He wasn't scared.
Yeah, I thought for sure he would be barking at you this morning.
He was trying to eat my buns. So that's one thing.
I guess that's a problem.
It happens when you got nice buns.
Yeah, when a hot dog has to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hope you all have a nice Halloween. And, I was thinking, since you're in that costume, do you have a picture of any Halloween costumes you've worn or you've made for the kids? I'll just share them with us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were like asking me. I was like, I don't, you didn't tell me to get these pictures. What
No.
pictures?
Send us a picture.
Gotcha.
On our socials.
Send
right?
us your hot dog costumes.
Yeah, we'd love to see it.
If you're worthy. I don't know if you're cool enough and have worn a hot dog costume in the past.
Val did send us a picture on Facebook earlier this week of the year. She was the diabetic police. Was that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That was cool. So, yeah, if you've ever had a great costume or something like that, just find the picture and upload it to our Facebook page. I will post that question a little later this morning.
Yeah.
What are the chats saying about your lovely outfit?
Let's see. Justin's here. Diane says, Happy Friday, all.
Happy Friday.
Gail said, Happy Foggy Friday.
Foggy down
Is it
there.
foggy here?
I don't think so. But
I
you know
was too
what?
focused on the hot dog costume.
Tomorrow's forecast is for wind and rain again.
Woo!
Some people still without power.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, some do.
I take back my woo. Kat says, you look great, Matt. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gail says, great look. Loves the costume, Matt, from Gary. Gail says, so Pete, why are you calling Priscilla Trish? Because that's her name.
My name's not Trish.
It's kind of developed into that. He keeps doing it during the show. And
This is what I do. You just plant the seed and then it grows.
That
into what it is.
seems to be the thing to do,
Yep.
9 days until we change the clocks as we look at the calendar. 27 days until Thanksgiving, 52 days until Matt's birthday, and 57 until Christmas. It is National Cat Day today. We talked about cats a bit yesterday. What is it? If you own a cat, they don't give a crap and you don't either.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's National Oatmeal Day. Never been a fan.
I tried.
You tried?
Yeah, that's one food. A lot of foods I say I hate, and everyone's like, well, yeah, have you tried it? I'm like, no, it looks gross. Oatmeal, I tried. I gave it a little college try.
Yep.
Which I don't know why the saying is a college try.
I know.
Nobody tries in college. That's just the truth.
It's National Hermit Day. A hermit is a person who lives, to some degree, in seclusion from society. It is World Stroke Day, National Breadstick Day. What is it? Olive Garden has the best
Yes.
breadsticks. And it's National Frankenstein Friday. Always the last day in October. It recognizes the last Friday in October.
I was going to say that would stink if it falls on a Tuesday.
Yeah. It recognizes author Mary Shelley, the creator of Frankenstein. On the date book on this day in 1727, there was a severe earthquake that struck New England. So I looked it up. Northern New Englanders ran for cover in late October as the 1727 earthquake struck, more powerful than anything they had ever experienced. And it happened late one night. Can you imagine that, being woken up? Distressed livestock went running around fields, and terrified people packed into churches. The epicenter was off the New Hampshire and Massachusetts coast. It jolted buildings from Maine to Connecticut. People far down the coast and up into Canada actually felt the quake. On this day in 1945, the first ballpoint pen went on sale. 1982, Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson released That Girl Is Mine. On this day in 1998, the Space Shuttle Discovery blasted off with 77-year-old John Glenn on board, making him the oldest person to go into space.
Not anymore, right?
Yeah, right? Wouldn't that be? Although John went way into space. I mean, he was on the shuttle. And on this day in 2012, Hurricane Sandy made landfall in New Jersey, resulting in 110 deaths and $50 billion in damage. Celebrity birthdays: Richard Dreyfuss is 74. Another Charlie's Angel, Kate Jackson, is 73. Dan Castellaneta, he does the Homer Simpson voice, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. He's 64. Randy Jackson of the Jackson 5 is 60. And Winona Ryder is 50. All right, let's get going with our random question for today.
Let's do it.
All right, random question. What did you do as a kid that kids can't do anymore? What did you do as a kid that kids can't do anymore?
Normal math.
Okay, that would be one.
Common Core now.
I was also thinking of playing tackle football without pads.
You can still play it.
I know, but kids don't.
It's ill-advised.
Yeah, and moms and dads frown on it, probably.
Yeah. I mean, regular football with pads is dangerous. So,
what do you do as a kid that kids can't do anymore? Let us know in the chat, or if you're watching this later in the day, the comments, or we'll post it on social media later as well. In the news on this Friday, officials across the country are warning parents to be on the lookout for cannabis edibles that look like regular snacks this Halloween. The Attorney General of Connecticut issued a news release warning parents about cannabis products that come in packaging designed to look similar to popular candy or snack brands. The edibles are coming in products that look like Oreos, bags that look like Sour Patch Kids, bags that look like Cheetos snack packages. The Attorney General of Ohio issued a similar news release stating that illegal cannabis products are impersonating major snack brands.
I would just be suspicious if someone's handing out Oreos and Cheetos as candy. That's the first
really.
red flag. I mean, the Sour Patch Kids, I get it. Watch out for that.
Right.
I mean, Cheetos and Oreos. It's got to be something suspicious there.
Are there any peanut butter cups in there?
There is. You're not going to eat one right now, are you?
Oh, it's tempting.
Just what? We're all just going to sit here for 5 seconds, 10 seconds while you eat a peanut butter cup?
It's tempting.
That would be terrible, terrible content.
College enrollment was supposed to bounce back this fall, but more students opted out. Nationwide, fewer students went back to school again this year, dragging undergraduate enrollment down another 3% from last year. There were roughly 17.5 million students enrolled as of the last tally. Combined with last fall's declines, the number of undergraduate students in college is now down 6.5% compared to 2 years ago, which is the largest two-year enrollment drop in the last 50 years. A hiker who was lost, did you hear this? A hiker that was lost in the woods of Colorado ignored calls from rescuers because he didn't recognize the number.
That would be me.
The hiker started on the trail at 9 o'clock in the morning, and he did not return to his lodging by 8 p.m. that night. Rescuers attempted to reach the hiker via cell phone, but they were unsuccessful. He wouldn't pick up. 5 rescuers went out to look for the hiker that evening, but they had not located him by 3 a.m. the next day. Rescuers again went to look for the hiker the next day, but then the person who reported the missing hiker notified them that he came back. The hiker later said he didn't answer the rescuers' phone calls because they didn't know the phone number.
Listen, I get that I could have been rescued, but I'm not dealing with those limited car warranty things. I'm just not dealing with it.
I don't answer calls that I don't recognize.
Yeah.
Even the ones that could save your life. Yeah. PETA is asking baseball to get rid of the term bullpen, which references the area where bulls are kept for slaughter. PETA, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, says words matter and baseball bullpens devalue talented players and mock the misery of sensitive animals.
Devalues talented players?
I don't get that. The organization is now encouraging Major League Baseball coaches, announcers, fans, and players to change the language. Instead of a bullpen, they suggest you call it the arm barn.
You know what? I will give them credit for coming up with an alternative name that's actually not terrible. It's not going to happen.
Right.
But I don't hate their effort.
Okay.
I'll say that. I don't hate the effort. The arm barn is creative. I want to know who came up with that.
It's kind of cool.
Did they hire like a marketing person to come up with that? Or
I don't know.
Is Ted from sales just really good at coming up with names? Like, does PETA have sales?
And
sales department?
I don't think so.
I have no idea.
A PR probably.
Maybe, yeah.
And yeah, props for, not just complaining, but offering a solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
now warming up in the arm barn.
I don't hate it. I don't hate the alternative name. I don't. Is it that?
It would be Matt Barnes in the arm barn.
Yeah.
That could get
Plus,
confusing.
the comment that got me was devaluing talented players. I don't think I've ever been like.
He's in the bullpen.
Who am I trying to think?
You know
of?
where we keep
Like
the bulls.
Like Aroldis Chapman was never in the bullpen. We were like, he's in the bullpen.
It's the bullpen.
Aroldis Chapman sucks.
And Neiman Marcus released its annual Christmas book, and it includes a 30-carat heart-shaped diamond that cost $6.1 million. Should I get that from Mom?
I was thinking me, but fine.
The second priciest item on the list is a $395,000 private party for 20 on the stage of the legendary Apollo Theater, complete with a Roaring Twenties theme. Other items include a 3-day luxury ski trip for 6 to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. That costs $235,000. It also includes a day on the slopes with Olympian Lindsey Vonn. And there's also a $285,000 customized fully electric Hummer truck that comes complete with the auto fancy package.
One comment: who would want a ski trip with Lindsey Vonn? Like, in what way would that be fun? I wouldn't even be able to get down the bunny slope and.
Yeah, and she'd be down.
Yeah.
Down the bottom waiting for you.
I wouldn't spend a dime on that. Maybe a dime. I would spend a dime. A single dime.
Your Neiman Marcus Christmas catalog is now out.
Do rich people actually use that and like buy things from it? Like, I feel like it's just a gag.
Well, yeah.
You just kind of like flipping through it.
It's been around though for
And do like
decades.
Normal folks like us get it?
Get the stuff?
To get the magazine.
Oh.
The book.
Well, I guess reporters do. They want
I kind of want it. But just to see. Also, is it like leather bound? I don't know. I picture it not being a magazine.
I know it's online. If you want to go online for the whole thing,
I guess if you want that.
but you want to hold it.
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll see if I can hook you. I'll see if I can hook up a hot dog.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Football picks. We goofed yesterday and we forgot to do a Thursday pick.
Yes.
We both thought of it like,
I didn't even check to see who won.
believe it or not, the Packers did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we both went with Arizona, and the Green Bay Packers knocked off the previously unbeaten Arizona Cardinals 24-21 in another thriller. They've had some good Thursday night games.
And they didn't have their top 2 wide receivers. I mean, Devontae Adams, the top receiver in the league. Right. I mean, this year, technically, I guess you could call him this number 2, but crazy, crazy stuff.
So shall we do our football picks for this week?
Yes, there's our record. We're tied.
Ta-da!
It's a big week, folks. Big week.
Can I beat the hot dog?
Starting it off, Panthers-Falcons. Who you got?
Panthers and Falcons. I'll go with the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Falcons.
Okay.
Dolphins-Bills.
I love them, but Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills, too. 49ers-Bears. The Bears are struggling.
Yeah, they are. 49ers. But they are too, right? 49ers are struggling?
Yeah, 49ers aren't doing too hot.
I'll go with the 49ers, though.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, too.
Okay.
Steelers-Browns.
Good matchup. Probably at Cleveland. I'll go with Cleveland.
Is Cleveland, they're still dealing with injuries, I think, but I'll go with Cleveland, too.
Oh, all right.
I'm not sure who's going to be playing quarterback for him, but apparently Case Keenum can get the job done when he has to. Eagles-Lions.
Eagles.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
You guys know my rule. No Jets, no Lions. Do the Jets play the Lions ever? That's going to be a tough week for them.
They must. Yeah.
Titans-Colts.
Titans and Colts. Ooh, Tennessee. I have Derrick Henry. I'll go with the Titans.
Yeah, I'm going Titans, too. Bengals-Jets.
Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals pooped on the Ravens last week.
We don't pick the Jets.
Rams-Texans.
Rams.
Yeah, Rams are having a good year.
Have we disagreed yet?
Not yet. Patriots-Chargers. This is where I think we might.
Yeah. I'm going to go with, I don't know, though. I mean, I know the Pats beat the Jets, but they got to be in the high. I know they are.
I'm going Pats.
All right, I'll go Chargers.
All right.
Just so we have a little difference here.
Jaguars-Seahawks.
Jaguars-Seahawks. I'll go with the Seahawks.
Same. I think I might add the Jaguars to my now trio of teams not to pick ever.
Okay.
Washington-Broncos.
Washington and the Broncos.
Sounds like they're the Washington Broncos.
The Washington Broncos.
There we go.
I'll go with the Broncos.
I'm going to go with Washington.
Ooh, all right.
I have not really liked what I've been seeing from the Broncos lately.
We have 2 that we disagree on.
Buccaneers-Saints.
Buccaneers.
Yep, can't vote against Tom Brady.
Yep.
Except when he plays the Patriots. Cowboys-Vikings.
Cowboys.
Cowboys are another team looking good this year.
Right.
Giants-Chiefs.
That's the Monday night game?
Yeah.
Chiefs.
If that game is close, I'll sell my hot dog costume. I'm just kidding. I would never sell this.
No, you love that.
But that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have 2 that we disagree on.
Will we be tied at the end of the week?
Be changing those. I don't know.
Who knows?
One other football note. According to a new book on the New England Patriots that's called It's Better to Be Feared, Coach Bill Belichick often gives the hardest working coaches cash bonuses. According to the author, these bonuses are known as green balls with the organization and can be worth hundreds of thousands. He said Belichick would reward the coaches who made little out of his own pocket. After the season, he would write a personal check to staffers who had overperformed, sometimes up to 6 figures. Belichick was known for underpaying coaches. There were 2 nicknames for the lower-level staff in New England, according to this book. There were PhDs for poor, hungry, and driven. And there were 2020s, which went for young coaches working 20 hours a day for $20,000 a year.
20 hours a day?
That's what it says, but that can't be right.
I mean, maybe. Well,
maybe.
Yeah,
they do put in long days.
They get the bonus. Is that what he's saying? I thought those were the people that weren't getting the bonus. He was saying, like, oh, they work 20 hours a week. They're lazy.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Maybe not. I'll have to get the book. All right. Before we get to Feel Good Friday, what's going on in the chat?
Let's see. Justin said, Matt, you have to deviate more. If you're talking about the picks, most of the time I highlight my pick before Pete even picks.
Yeah, I don't even see it.
Plus, you can't deviate just because you want to be different, because then you're going to lose. Yeah. You got to pick who you truly think is going to win the game.
Yep.
And you know my rules anyways. I have like a set rules. This isn't new, people. Week 8. Come on, Justin.
We've been at this for a while.
Let's see. Gail said, wish book for the rich and famous. And Matt.
And Matt. He wants that Neiman Marcus catalog.
Justin says, I won't say I agree with them, but I really like the sound of Arm Barn. It is a good, I mean, this is.
When I first read it, I thought, this is PETA doing their thing, but that name does grow on you.
Yeah. I mean, see, the thing is, like, they set up an argument and they had a plan. So I applaud that, but I mean, you're not going to
It's not going to change.
No. Diane said, Chargers versus Eagles played in Vegas while we were there. Super fun, rowdy crowd all weekend.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's something new for Vegas. Never had a team before.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it.
Time for today's Feel Good Friday. Did you check we didn't get a voicemail on these stories?
Not that I saw. Let me double check.
Okay. I have a couple here. Again, feel free if anything's going on in your life that you want to celebrate or just tell us you're happy about. You can either send it to us. It's the Pete Braley Show at gmail.com, or you can call our voicemail. Seeking to raise money for restaurant workers stuck at home during COVID, two bartending brothers decided to walk 3,200 miles across America to raise money. Aiden and Louis Ardeen have now completed their 5-month walk, which started on the Asbury Park Boardwalk in New Jersey and ended on the sands of the Pacific. They hope to raise $30,000 for some charities that were helping restaurant workers, but they ended up making $70,000, which they distributed to the Cocoa Fund and the Restaurant Workers Community Foundation. Verizon heard about the endeavor and they launched a donation drive in support of the Ardeens, who passed through 11 states over the course of 162 days before the job was done. Aiden said this would not have been possible without the help of a huge community of people. This was definitely an adventure founded in a very hopeful notion about America. Typical of cross-country trips, in America, their voyage was characterized by stunning scenery and helpful strangers. There was a man who passed them in the searing heat of summertime Iowa, and then he doubled back and gave them a couple of cold Gatorades. There was a Nevada campground manager who let them stay for free. When they reached San Francisco, their supporters were waiting for them on the beach, and afterwards they flew home along with their mom, who had been there to meet them.
Flew home? At that point, we just walked back. Come on.
It's probably the last thing meant. Be like your mom saying, "You want to go for a walk with me and Charlie?" Hell no, I ain't walking no more.
It is. Walks across the country are becoming a
it is
kind of popular thing. Maybe I should walk across the country in my hot dog costume.
That would gain attention.
Let's do it.
All right. And a former Marine disarmed a would-be robber at a gas station in Arizona. The man was chatting to the clerk at the gas station. It was 4:30 in the morning when two men dressed in black entered the store. Surveillance footage shows the former Marine reacting with lightning speed when one of the men raises his arm and pointed a gun at the cashier. Within 8 seconds, he grabs the arm of the robber and snatches the gun out of his hand. And then they took off out the door. So,
that's awesome.
Hats off to that former Marine. We don't recommend people doing that, but I guess you would say he's trained.
Yeah.
Right. Time for today's fascinating fact. The human brain is capable of recognizing familiar music within 1/10 of a second.
Wow.
I'm thinking about, I can name that tune in one note, that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about, there are some songs that the minute you hear that first riff or first note, you know what it is.
First note, probably very few songs. First note, that would be impressive. First riff, definitely.
I'm thinking something like the Stones, I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
What's the first note?
The first note is bam, but then it goes bam, bam, ba na 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 na.
Well, yeah, that would be the riff.
Okay.
So you're telling me by the first bam, you'd be able to get it.
1/10 of a second, it says.
1/10 of a second. Do you know how short of a time that is? I feel like for some reason you think this is like 20 minutes. Like we're giving you 20 minutes to digest this. 1/10 of a second.
But even one note, I don't know. I don't know if I could get it.
All right. Well, it'll be a game at some point.
Sweet Home Alabama. Again, it takes the riff, though.
I was going to say, one note would be,
Yeah.
we'll try it.
Dunk. Yeah,
Try
what
and
is
set-
it?
we'll
It
try and
goes
set something
dunk,
up.
dunk, dunk, dunk. So it's dunk.
One note would be tough. I don't know about that.
Hey, a little housekeeping here from yesterday. We got a lot of response on Facebook to the question about what cartoon from your childhood just has a warm place in your heart. Nathan in Florida said Marvin the Martian. Now, was he the one that had the hat, like black? You only saw his eyes, not hat, helmet, and he was the one that said, "Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom." Nathan said, "I have him tattooed on my left arm."
That's dedication.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Other nominees were the Roadrunner, Speed Racer. My colleague Chris Santos, who does commentary when I do games with him, he said his favorite was the Super Friends, the Legion of Doom. And he names all of his fantasy football teams the Legion of Doom.
Well, I think wasn't it the
since
Seahawks that were the Legion of Boom? Was that them?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was, I think. Speed Racer was mentioned. Hong Kong Phooey was a good one. You've probably never seen that.
Nope. A lot of these shows, I have no idea what they are.
Rita, like Muppet Babies. Magilla Gorilla, which was a funny one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll just take your word for it.
Tweety Bird, Arthur, and Michael said Eon Flux, which I have no idea what that is.
Is it like a joke on Elon Musk? I don't know.
Does anyone know what Eon Flux is? Is that a cartoon that I missed?
You could have Googled it.
I could. Well, I just got that this morning.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, I'll give you that. Then.
yeah, I just got that
Yeah,
before the show.
Google only works at night.
Time for today's random question. I'm going to steam you, hot dog.
Well, as long as it's steamed, I don't do grilled hot dog.
That's right. What did you do as a kid that kids can't do anymore? I mentioned playing tackle football with no pads. How about manhunt in the entire neighborhood? Best times.
I mean, you could still do that.
You guys did that. Is that something that kids don't do anymore?
I don't know. You would have to ask kids.
I
Yeah.
would, yeah. Or any parents listening in, do we not do manhunt anymore? One thing for certain is kids cannot play with lawn darts anymore. They don't even sell them anymore.
Yeah, well, there's like the game, but they don't have they're not actual darts anymore.
Right.
Yeah, they're like weighted, I think.
What's the fun of that? Bubblegum cigarettes.
They still have those,
Do
don't
they?
they? I thought so.
Yeah.
Not too long ago when we went to Vermont, the last trip to Vermont, when we stopped at the candy
That
counter.
candy.
I got a bubblegum cigar.
What's the name of that place again?
Yes, I'm a child still. I don't know, the world's longest candy counter.
World's longest candy counter
Yeah.
up in. It's actually New Hampshire, I think. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Littleton?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. So, what do we have any things that kids can't play anymore? Or?
Justin said, I can't really think of a lot, to be honest. I was a kid not too long ago.
I know. What do you mean you can't think of a lot? Well, that's true. Not too much stuff has been banned.
Exactly.
Yeah, since you were a kid.
He says, I feel like they've only gained things to do. True. Let me see if I can think of anything.
One person did say, this may get me in trouble, but when I was young, houses were left unlocked. I would go into other people's homes, make a peanut butter sandwich, and look for a few dollars. When I found money, I would just take enough so that they would not notice.
No. I don't think that's a thing kids do. That's called thievery.
That's
Theft. Is thievery a word?
Thievery? Yes.
I feel like I say that
I've heard
quite
that word.
frequently. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good. I panic sometimes. Words I say all the time. No, I don't think that's a thing. Did people? I mean, do you know these people?
Breaking and entering.
If you know these people,
Right.
you're still stealing, so that's still
Right.
not okay. If you just went in to make a sandwich, I say it's all right, but if you knew them,
Breaking and spreading. That's a new
yep.
new. So I do notice we have busy chats though.
Let's see. Diane said, random question. In the 60s and 70s, in the summers, we could leave home after breakfast and not go home till the street lights came on.
Yes, that doesn't happen anymore.
I mean, well, because you can stay out later. We got phones.
Yeah,
But I don't think that's a thing that necessarily can't happen anymore. It just kind of doesn't.
doesn't happen. And it's like, how many times have you driven by a baseball field and it's empty on a summer afternoon? My brother and I, we used to just we'd play ball like all day, you know?
Mm.
And
Yeah, I guess.
we just don't see that. We just don't see kids picking up Sandlot games anymore.
Diane did say, Manhunt, yes, Nate and 20 kids played in my hood every weekend in the summer. I was one of the 20. So was Justin.
Yeah. Oh, Justin too?
Yeah, great memories. I miss the Manhunt days. Gail said, kids can't play with the mercury out of broken thermometers. That was great fun. I still have a jar of mercury somewhere.
Really?
I mean, they can't because it's not the best idea from what I've heard. I don't know where that jar is, but why don't we leave it where it is?
Just leave that on the shelf.
Yeah. I mean, that is a good one though. That is a thing you old folk used to do, and we can't do it anymore.
Can't do that no more.
I said we. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that? I mean, Justin made a good point because we were kids not so long ago.
So things really haven't.
It would more so be you to us,
right?
What did you do as a kid that we couldn't do?
Lawn darts is the best thing that I can. It's the best suggestion I found.
See, is anyone actually mad about that though? Because let's just think of the logic. You're throwing something very pointy at people's feet.
I never hurt anybody though. You know.
I guess. I mean, if that was the case, then
yeah. And besides, I mean, if you're paying attention, you get your feet out of the way, don't you?
Think about how dangerous horseshoes is with an inexperienced player, and those aren't even sharp at the end.
Could hit you in the head.
They just weigh a ton.
Right.
Yeah.
Could hit you in the head. I'm surprised that's not banned. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Diane did say she was talking 8 years old and no cell phones to check in with. Yeah.
Yeah, there were no cell phones at the. Yeah, you had to come home when the street lights came on.
Mm-hmm.
That was the indication.
Yeah.
So.
Now you can just stay out all night. Crazy kids.
If you think of any more, let us know.
Yeah.
Started the show by saying we would talk about ghosts this morning. Do you believe in ghosts? According to a recent survey, 63% of us believe in some form of the paranormal. The most common unexplained beings that people believe exist include ghosts. People also see. Second is visitors from other planets. And 27% say they believe in Bigfoot. I don't know. I mean, do you think by now they would have found...
Bigfoot? Is that word? Oh.
Yeah, Bigfoot. And also, does anyone think it's suspicious that now that everyone is walking around with a camera, we don't see as many UFO sightings?
I don't think that's necessarily true. There's still a lot of UFO sightings.
And but nobody gets a clear picture. I mean, we all have phones that are, like movie quality now with the latest, right?
Yeah.
And we don't get a nice clear picture.
I mean, just think of all the times you try and get a picture of Charlie and he moves too quick.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
Like that on a larger scale.
UFOs move faster than Charlie.
Yeah.
Over 44, a third... By the way, a third of people surveyed even say they have felt an unexplained presence in their homes. I can't say that I've ever felt that way. Overall, 44% claim that they've had a personal experience with the paranormal. Anyone? Can you relate? 55% believe full moons can make people behave strangely. I do agree with that. 56% believe some people can see and predict the future, while 51% think some people can read minds. I don't know.
I don't know about reading minds. I think maybe like really good at reading body language and facial expressions, so maybe you can assume what they're thinking. But
do you think that's how these?
Minds, I don't know.
Do you think that's how these shows? These shows where people think they're talking to their relatives.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that can read your mind.
Yeah,
like see what you're know what you're thinking.
Right. That's true. It's probably just observation.
Yeah.
Right. Things they observe. But do you believe in ghosts?
I do. I've never had any experiences, but there's a lot of people that have, so I don't. But I do want to say, because I saw Gail say something back here. It was about the ghosts and spirits.
Okay.
Let's see. Gail said, by haunted house, do you mean evil spirits with stuff moving around or just spirits in the house? And then Diane said, ghosts, no, spirits, yes. So can someone explain to me the difference between the two?
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't see how there is a difference between ghosts and spirits. Wouldn't they be the same thing? So
I don't know. But Gail did say by haunted house, back to her question, do you mean evil spirits with stuff moving around or just spirits in the house? Probably both. Like, would you buy a house with, if there was people moving stuff around, I'm probably not buying the house.
Yeah. Well, the story about that is interesting because 30% of Americans say they would live in a house with ghosts if it means getting their dream property. Realtor.com does an annual Halloween survey, and they found that 20% of Americans would not mind living in a home where a took place.
I don't know.
Would that be yeah? I mean, do you think there's still like evil spirits in the house because a murder took place? I mean, it's just something that happened there.
See, I will say, do you not believe in ghosts? You're kind of. I'm
skeptical.
I'm getting the vibe you don't.
I'm skeptical.
Now I don't remember what I was going to... Oh, what I was going to say is, like, I feel like most of the time when you already bought the house, right? And then you find out about this stuff. I don't think anyone really advertises a house. And then they're like, hey, by the way, there might be ghosts here.
Right.
Because then you're not going to get a lot of offers, I feel like.
Only 17% say they would live in a haunted house, but that number jumps up to 46% if they get that house at a discounted rate.
Okay, people are really thinking this through here.
Yeah. It's like, I'm going to live there. Oh, such a deal.
They're like sub 300K, I'm in. Above it, I'm out. I'm not dealing with ghosts if it costs more than $300,000.
More spooky data shows that 30% of Americans say they would live next to a cemetery, and 25% reveal they would live next to a haunted house. We're not haunted, but that one is.
Yeah, that one seems all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to take my chances. I don't know. Just be kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Emily says, hell no, sage the crap out of that house. Yeah.
Sage is
right.
That's the thing that cleanses it, right?
So does anyone have the difference between a spirit and a ghost? Justin said, I definitely believe in spirits and energies. You can just feel negative or positive energies in certain places. I also 100% believe in aliens. Yeah, same. I think probability-wise, aliens have to exist somewhere.
I would think so. But as far as ghosts, see, I'm not sure about this whole evil spirit thing.
This is interesting. I didn't know you didn't believe in this.
Well, no,
like you might catch some flack for this. This is very interesting.
I might catch some flack for
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't believe in evil spirits, and now I've probably jinxed myself, right? I'm going to be
probably.
I'm going to be like Poltergeist.
I live here, so great.
I'm taking you down with me.
Diane said, to me, a ghost is something that appears visibly in some way, not as a person always, but curtains or furniture moving. Spirit is a feeling. Interesting.
Okay.
See, I've just had stories from people whose opinions I trust.
Okay.
That have had experiences with the supernatural world, I guess you could say.
Right.
So I feel like I'm taking that. I haven't had any experiences, so I'm taking their opinion on this one.
I guess I was, you're asking me, do I believe in ghosts? I guess I believe in spirits. Mm-hmm. Like I believe that those that have passed on are still with us in some way. Mm. But I have a problem with this evil spirit thing, You
used to watch Ghost Hunters all the time.
Yeah. But I have an issue with that show and those types of shows. We have all this technology nowadays and all these great things. And to me, and I haven't seen all of them, but to me, like Ghost Hunters, it was a whole show about, did you hear that?
Yeah.
What was that?
They're playing into like the anticipation.
Did you hear that?
Like just on the edge of your seat.
And it's like the whole show to me was a tease.
Plus,
for maybe a noise.
My issue with that show is it would be so easy just to pump in sound. So, like, who knows if any of that's actually true.
And with all these high-def cameras and things we have now, you only get a little blur on a camera. It's
high-def cameras for, stuff in this world. But how do you make a camera that's good detecting ghosts when you don't?
Other world.
Ghost, can you sit right here so we can see what lens works perfect with you? Thank you.
I'll give you a peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
You can have
Why don't
peanut
you
butter.
just sit here, take a load off while I change the exposure to see which one looks the best on you. Make it brings out your best side.
So, do you believe in evil spirits?
So what are we talking? Like spirits that come back to like get you in some way?
Yeah, they come back to get you. You know, like you know how your mother jokes around. I'm gonna come back and haunt you. You know, but it's like, do you think they do that? Do you think, you know, people that are living in a house where things move? I mean, is that malicious or?
I don't know. That's tough. I
We're
would give
getting
it-
deep.
I think I would give it a strong maybe.
Okay.
A strong maybe. Because well, this is bad, but I'm thinking back.
See-
I'm thinking back to Ghost Hunters, and I remember there's people on there that are like, I got scratched, and then they have scratch marks. And again, I mean, it's Hollywood. You could probably
True.
make up some scratches on. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I don't know. What do we think? Do we believe in spirits? Do we believe in evil spirits? Let us know. What's the answer here?
So you're giving it a strong maybe, and I'm just skeptical. I would say I'm just
You're more skeptical than I would have thought.
really.
Yeah, I kind of thought you were all in on the
No.
ghost thing. Mainly because you're a Ghost Hunters. You and Kat would watch hours
Oh
of
yeah,
that
we used to
show
love that
together.
show. Yeah. And I was scrolling through the other day when we had no power. I was scrolling through my pictures, because I couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, it's pretty sad to watch this guy with no technology, no internet.
I found a picture of when I took Kat to the radio station to meet Amy Bruni, is it, from
have no
Ghost
idea.
Hunters, and because Tim Weisberg did a show at the radio station called what was it, Spooky something. I'm sorry, Tim, I'm forgetting the name, but Spooky South Coast, and she was a guest on his show, and she was there. So like, you want to go meet her? Someone who's on Ghost Hunters. So that was cool. So yeah,
I'm going to give it a yes. I believe in spirits. I don't know what the difference between ghosts is. I'm just going to give it a solid yes. I haven't had any experiences, but I think it's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's me.
Any other comments about this before we move on?
Let's see. I think we got to them all. Abby did say late showing up, nice get up, Matt.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. And then let's see. She did have, for the random question, she said, for what was it? One thing you could do as a kid that kids can't do now.
Right.
She said, so much doing stupid stuff and it not be on the internet. That's true.
yes.
That's a great point.
Yep.
You can't really do, if you're doing stupid stuff, there's a high chance it's going to be on recorded somehow and posted. So
I've seen many posts on Facebook from people my age that say, thank God there was no social media when I was a kid. Would have been all over the place.
yeah. I mean, these kids ask for it. But like the kids that destroy the bathrooms and then post it on the internet, like you
Yeah.
kind of ask for that one.
And Abby, I don't know if you heard, we were discussing, do kids play Manhunt anymore? Do your kids or any of the kids in Vermont play Manhunt? Let me know.
They should.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong
Kat
with
says,
it.
I 100% believe in spirits. Justice said the Ghost Adventures show was pretty good. More believable.
Oh, Ghost Adventures?
All right, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, we'll check that one out. Okay.
Interesting, though.
Now, moving on,
Yes.
how did this happen? You read about this soda?
Oh, that's right. I forgot we were doing this. I saw it on, I don't know, maybe Instagram or Snapchat
Yeah,
or
because
something.
we didn't have this story. We had the one about the soda that tastes like turkey, which we haven't found
We
yet.
don't have that one.
No.
But we did. I saw it, and so Trish was going to Walmart yesterday, and I was like, hey, if you see it, pick some up just
Okay.
so we can try it. It is Mountain Dew, and it's the gingerbread snapped flavor. So we got 2 bottles here. Still nice and cold.
So is this supposed to taste like a
It's
cookie?
dripping a little bit. My buns are going to get soggy.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Can't have soggy buns.
So what were you saying?
It's going to taste like a gingerbread cookie?
I don't know. I don't really know how they get these flavors.
Thank you for not shaking it up, by the way.
Funny enough, I was thinking about that, but that would just make a mess in our studio. So I don't think.
Shall we do it together?
about that. Sure.
All right.
Cheers.
Oh,
Let's see.
very sweet.
Yeah.
Aftertaste.
I don't really like it.
Aftertaste of a gingerbread cookie. How do they do that?
But to me, that's not a good taste.
I could not drink the whole thing.
No.
No.
It's a really weird aftertaste.
It is.
Like it wants to be Mountain Dew, and at the end, it's like, psych, I'm not. That's the best way to describe it. Weird. You definitely get it. Like, you get the gingerbread
Yeah,
taste.
you do.
But I don't think it's... if you're looking for a Mountain Dew, don't get this one.
Yeah, I don't think a Mountain Dew fan would like this.
No, I mean, if you want to be festive, you can be festive.
Yeah, they're in Santa hats.
yeah.
They're in Santa hats. What did Kat find yesterday?
Interesting.
Kat went to a Target with Mom, so it's a Target adventure. And she came back with a couple of toys for Charlie, which is cool. And she bought Liam a pair of pajamas. And she was all excited because they were shark pajamas, because Kat loves Shark Week.
Yep.
So does Sarah.
Yep.
But the sharks had Santa hats on. So she says, he has to have this.
Yeah. They're pretty cute. She got Charlie a donut toy. I love that thing.
Can you explain how he sticks his snout in the middle of it?
Well, the way he picks it up, he bites it, but the top of his nose is like in the donut hole. And so he just carries it around, but the donut covers his whole face. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know how he sees.
You can't see how he's going, where he's
crazy.
going. Yeah.
Abby said, I don't think I'd like it. I'm not surprised Matt doesn't like it. Listen, just because I vocally express what I don't like doesn't mean I don't like things. I have many things that I enjoy thoroughly.
Yeah.
So that's rude.
Yeah.
Why pick on a hot dog on a Friday morning? Just trying to live my life.
Before Halloween, we're even sitting here, got the real candy. Oh, there's a peanut butter cup.
Stop. You're not eating this on camera. Nobody wants to see that.
No, actually, that'll do it.
You probably eat peanut butter cups like I eat burritos, like an animal.
But Abby, did Abby answer about Manhunt? Do you let your kids play Manhunt? And is there a reason why they shouldn't?
She said, oh, yes, it has a different name, I believe.
Oh, okay.
That's true. The Manhunt name is sexist.
I never thought of it, but I guess you could be right.
I don't know. I just made that up. Let's see. There was one other thing. Gary said, what was the name of the show on Sci-Fi? The Ghost Adventures? That's the one Justin recommended. Ghost Hunters was the one you guys used to watch.
Yes. Yeah. We used to watch Ghost Hunters, which I think was the original. I could be wrong.
Abby said, sorry for toasting your buns, Matt. Well, I like them steamed, so I'm a little insulted. You should know that about me by now.
What did I make last night? I made cheeseburgers on the grill last night. He comes back and he says, who buttered this bun? Because I toasted the buns. And
Yeah.
I said, I did. Why? What's the matter? And I thought you, because I remember once you said one of your pet peeves. Am I right?
I don't know.
Is when you butter the toast, when someone butters your toast and only gets it like in the middle, doesn't really get butter out
I
to
don't
the
think
edges.
I was the one that said that, but I remember this. Yeah, somebody
It did come
said
up.
that. Yeah.
The butter has to get to the edges. So I made sure to butter the whole bun, but I did too much butter. Was that it?
The old people in this house consume way too much butter for two people to consume.
I don't.
And so at
think
first I assumed it was Trish, because I know Trish has a butter addiction.
maybe
sometimes.
it's Mom. I don't think I go overboard with butter.
You did last night.
Oh, so because I'm
To the point where the bun was like a little soggy because there was so much butter.
I did it once, so I'm
butter
condemned.
is butter is a little accent piece, It's a little accent.
I would
piece.
agree.
Just
I would agree.
dash on at the end.
Yeah,
To things.
but I did total domination.
Oh, yeah, a little overboard. You covered every. I'll give you
Well,
this.
I wanted to go-
You achieved your goal. 100%. You achieved your
I
goal.
achieved my coverage
And for that,
area.
I guess I applaud you.
Okay,
But your goal was way too high.
nice comment from a hot dog.
I guess. Yeah.
All right, that'll do it for this abbreviated week. A little power failure in the middle. It's kind of nice having a day off in the middle of the week, but in a way, we did miss you. Hopefully, we started your day off on a good note, because that is always our goal here. If you enjoy what we do, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. Click on that bell right there. You'll be notified when we go live. We are live weekdays here on YouTube, but we're also available on all of your favorite podcast apps. So if you missed any shows this week, you can check out the podcast on your drive. Don't forget, you can leave us a voicemail over the weekend with your questions, comments, upcoming birthdays or anniversaries. It's 774-473-9910. All right. We leave you with our thought for the day today, and our thought is to be what we are and to become what we are capable of becoming is the purpose of life. All right. No matter what, go out, make it a great day. Have a good weekend.
Peace.